Have you done? Now or after?
No.
Okay. Anytime ready then. Hey, hi. Okay, so I didn't. I don't hear her now.
Introduce the video.
Right. Okay. The PCs had a conference in Calgary last week. Last week, I believe it was. Anyway, it was a week ago. And a lady from Ontario talked about the conference and everything else. And a lot of things she kind of briefed on winners or losers at the conference. Well, certain bills or certain bills were supposed to be introduced at one level and passed on to the next level to be passed. And a couple of them, she kind of blamed the people who did not show up. She kind of said nobody knew about the conference, and I kind of find that sadly, because it's not up to the PCs or anybody else to talk about the conference. CBC never really talked about it. They briefly brought it up, but they were so hooked on Donald Trump and Mark Carney, who is a left-wing politician. They talked about him. They never really talked about the conference that was coming up because they were so focused on the tariffs and everything else, and where Mark Carney went here, there, and everywhere. With the old song, I've been here, I've been there, everywhere, man. They not really mentioned the conference that was coming up. They briefly talked about it and never got in detail that what the conference about yet. They kind of brought up the conference was on his thumbs up to see the leader of the party. He kind of brought that up. But overall, they did not talk about the conference. Not at all on CBC, Global, or CTV. Also, the bills that she kind of talked about, you heard the video, I hope. The bills that she kind of talked about never went from one level to the next level to be passed because wasn't enough people voted to pass the bill on. Like, for example, doctor-assisted suicide. They talked about it, but that conversation never moved to the next level. Abortion, for example, they talked about it, but never moved to the next level of discussion. The bills that were related to people, like I said, abortion, selected doctor-selected suicide, again, the bill was on the basis level, but never had a chance to move forward to get voted on. So how can I trust, again, how can I trust any party, the Tories or the Liberal Party, even Tories come in power? Are they going to be like the New Democrats Party? Like the Democrats in the States, they're not going to really speak about anything except what they think is proper. And again, I'll go back to Mark Carney, for example. What's Mark Carney doing for us as Canadians? Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. He's going all over the world saying all these so-called big deals. Is it going to benefit Canada? No, I don't think so. Matter of fact, I heard in the news today about electric cars, or cars cars have to charge in. What does that have to do with what's happening today? 35, 40 years, 10, 15 years down the line, maybe 20, how's that going to affect us today? We need a government who's going to talk to the people, help people. Like, for example, forget her name offhand, another liberal person talk about all these layoffs in the automotive place. We said we're going to discuss it and get back to you. No game plan up front. We're going to discuss and get back to you. How's that helping the average Canadian? Canadians are still old enough to work, still young enough to have a full-time job. No. We need all these bills being passed. If this was a worthy thing to talk about, they would brag about it. How about seniors here in Canada? The average seniors are struggling. And praise God, some seniors had a job and have they have the job benefit and everything else. Praise God. They earn it and they work for it. But the average Canadian who just did average jobs all their lives, like working in a drugstore or cleaning tables and stuff like that, those Canadians are not being looked after. I hope Mark Carney got an eye-opener. Then he sees how the average Canadian on the street is struggling. And the Bill C-9, we'll talk about that next time again. Next time I talk about the government. There's no way I'm going to do it again, but I'll do it sometime in the future. But we need to get to reach out to the average Canadian, not social groups of Canadians, but the average Canadian. That's it for now for the government. More to say in the future. And I got a few more things on my archives I'm going to bring up in the future. But the other stuff on my mind too. So we'll talk soon. Take care and